Hey everybody, it's me, Stella Wilde, and I'm here with your favorite kitty and your weekly, well, my favorite kitty, your weekly tarot and astrology forecast for Friday, August 9th to Friday, August 16th. There's a lot of planetary shifts happening, so I thought I'd make a special video to let you know what they are. As always, make sure that you watch your monthly tarot readings and your monthly horoscopes. They're on YouTube. I'll also leave a link in the description on where you can access them on my website. And as always, these are general readings, so if you would like a personal one-on-one reading with me, please hit the link in the description and book an appointment with me. I would love to work with you, and I hope this thing, gives me some room here to work. So yeah, lots of planetary shifts happening. We have Jupiter going direct on the 11th, and we also have Uranus going retrograde on the 11th. We have a full moon in Aquarius on the 15th, and we have the first planetary pileup in Leo starting next week. So it's fitting that we have a representative here of the feline community ruled by Leo to help us with this reading. Okay, so thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I really appreciate you, and let's get into it. So with Jupiter going direct, we are going to finally be able to reap all of Jupiter's wonderful rewards that maybe haven't come to fruition yet for us in the last 4 months when Jupiter went retrograde on April 10th. So there may have been a slowdown in the particular area of your chart that Jupiter has been transiting. So there may not have been the, like I said, the rewards that you would have liked. Progress could have been a bit slow because we've had other planets retrograde as well. But the bounty, the blessings that you've been expecting can now start coming in as Jupiter is going direct. And it will be direct until, I didn't look when Jupiter goes retrograde next year, but it's going to be direct in Sagittarius until, for a while, and it will shift into Capricorn at the beginning of December. So we have beautiful energy to work with here. Uranus going retrograde is an interesting situation because wherever it's transiting, it's about doing the internal work, the internal retrospection to make change happen. Okay? Because Uranus is the great transformer, the great awakener, the planet of revolution, of change, of transformation, of epiphanies. So it's very possible that you get some lightning downloads, some instant realizations that are going to help you free yourself from a limiting situation when Uranus goes direct in January, I think 10th or 11th, around that time in 2020. So the next couple of months, wherever Uranus is going retrograde in your chart, is a time for a rethink and a readjust, and hopefully, like I said, some amazing epiphanies and realizations to free yourself. So there's this really interesting and positive energy that's happening here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down sign by sign and tell you where Jupiter's going direct for you. You should watch for your rising sign first, and then your sun sign and moon sign. And then I will also discuss Uranus retrograde, and I'll just pull a card and let's see what the energy is for your week. And I also feel like, with this energy signature, whenever planets station, whether it's to station in forward motion or to station retrograde, there is an energy signature there, and you can look at what happens around that time as perhaps like I said, an energy signature of how that can manifest for you in the next couple of months. So pay particular attention to what's going on for you this weekend, particularly the 11th and the 12th. 11th is Sunday, Monday the 12th, okay? So, all right, let's get into it. I don't want to make this intro too long. So Aries, Jupiter is going direct in your 9th house of the higher mind, of writing, of publishing, of international travel, of international business, international connections, foreigners. So you can finally see progress in these areas, which will be great. And Uranus is going retrograde in your second house of money and values. So I think what's very interesting is that Aries already have had profound transformations with Uranus going through their own sign, and major readjustments in their lives. But what's going to happen with this Uranus retrograde in your second house is there's going to be another shift in what you consider important in your life. And there's going to be more decluttering, more clearing out. I've been saying this to Aries anyway for the last couple of months, and a few other signs, but in particular Aries. It's gonna continue, because you already made so many profound changes when Uranus was transiting in your sign, but now it's time to implement those changes. And so I think for you, what's interesting is that I think Aries in particular already did a lot of the internal work when Uranus was in your sign. So for you, the retrograde's not so much about epiphanies, I don't feel. I feel it's more the reassessment of what needs to be let go. And I don't think there's going to be really too many surprises there. I think you guys, and me included, I'm an Aries, I think Aries know already what needs to go. And I think what will happen is you're just going to start continuing that purge, and lots of creative energy will be directed into that ninth house. And I also believe that as you let go of more stuff in your environment, you're going to be making a lot more room for your creativity to manifest, because ninth house is a very creative house, because it's, it's writing, it's publishing, it's expanding the mind, expanding one's experiences and consciousness. So it's very, very positive energy for Aries. I mean, it is for all the signs, but I think in particular, the second and ninth house energy is good. You're making more room in your life for expansive experiences. Okay. So let's see. Let's pull a card for you guys. All right. I have 2, 3. Oh my God. I have 3 sticking here. Oh, very interesting. So we have the Lovers, and we have Innocence, and we have Mind. So very interesting. It's interesting that we have this Mind card, because like I said, it's this idea of trusting and expanding. I think you guys have been stuck in this energy. I think Aries has had their brains on fire. Like what the hell? Like, I'm doing all this work. I am, writing, but my stuff keeps getting rejected, or I'm trying to get back to school. Like, where's the money to go back to school? Or ninth house, right? Or I'm trying to, raise my vibration, and yet my material circumstances are still what they are. So there's been a lot of mind grinding and Aries brains on fire, like, this ninth house situation not moving forward. So I think that is what's going to be ending. And as I said, I think you're moving into an energy of opening up, as I said, to expansive possibilities, and your values are shifting into wanting to have more love in your life on the daily, like, in real life, not just virtually, not just, ideally, not just imaginatively, but in real life. And yeah, in real life. So with all this emphasis too in Leo, in your fifth house that's happening next week, there is, some of you could be writing about love, writing to the one that you love. There can be this sense of meeting somebody who understands your innocent heart, because Aries' heart is kind of innocent, despite whatever, outward demeanor they have. It's the first sign of the zodiac, of course. There is an innocence and a freshness there, whatever situations Aries have been in. And so this is very lovely. And I think, like I said, this idea of making room, of making space in your life for innocent love to come in again. I think that's one of the hallmarks, the energy signatures here that you're going to be seeing next week and also in the months to come. So very, very lovely, lovely energy. Because I think for some Aries, there was the sense when Uranus was going through your sign that there were certain battles you had to fight on your own. It was part of your personal growth. And now that you got through that, it's time to, like, you're ready. You're ready to make a success of your writing, of your publishing, of your connections with academia, of going back to school, of connecting with other cultures, of expanding your mind. And you're coming at it from, once again, having let go of a lot of burdens, and you're going to be continuing to let go of stuff to make room for more love in your life, as I said, but like real love, real life love. Okay, you get what I'm saying, Aries? Like in the flesh, like here. Okay, like here. All right, I hope that makes sense. But this is how Aries has been the last like 4 months. This is like this card in Osho Zen is to me the WTF card, with the way this person's mouth is like, and the brain on fire, like overthinking, overanalyzing, wondering when the hell the energy's gonna shift. Well, it's here, and it's shifting into something really, really lovely. I feel, Aries, you're gonna be falling in love with life again, with adventures again. It's beautiful energy. And look for something very positive, I feel, on Sunday, when the moon is, I think, still in Sagittarius, I want to say. Hold on, let me look. Okay, I take that back. Let's say Saturday the 10th, when the moon is still in Sagittarius, there could be a very interesting event for you. Hey, okay, Taurus. The cat just sat on the computer. I don't know what is going on. Okay. And she's sitting on everything. It's typical. All right. I have a little cheat sheet so I don't forget everything. All right, Taurus. Jupiter's going direct in your 8th house. So finally, the rewards that you have been waiting for in terms of your personal transformation. The 8th house is a very deep house of intimacy with self and with others. It's about psychological truth, psychological transformation, healing. It can rule surgery. It can rule other people's money, inheritances, taxes. It's the sex, death, taxes house. So any matters that have been held up in any of those ways for you are going to move direct now. And I feel like there's going to be some sort of very clear signal to you as to how your emotional transformation is progressing, how your reinvention of self is progressing, because of course Uranus is going retrograde in your 1st house. And this is particularly affecting Tauruses with planets up to about 8 to 9 degrees of Taurus. So if you're born early in the sign, or if you have your moon in early Taurus, or your Venus, your ascendant. So Uranus going retrograde here in the 1st house is going to be giving you essentially the next 4 months of time out to understand all the internal shifts, the internal transformations and changes that have started to really affect your life, and in a profound way. Because like I said, Uranus is the great awakener. It's not just, a change of wardrobe. It's really a reinvention, so to speak, of your entire world, your entire life. And it takes time to process all of that. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like the next 4 months, you're going to have a lot to process, to work through, to assimilate, to understand. But those understandings are going to really lead you into a beautiful new world with this Jupiter going direct in that 8th house of transformation. So good energy there. All right, let's pull a card for you and see what's happening So you could get some profound insight about your own inner psyche, about your psychology, really, and why you've done things the way you've done them, and how you can change it if such things are not the way you want to do them. Oh my gosh, beautiful card. So you got the trust card. This is what it's all about for you. Trust the changes, trust the epiphanies, trust the messages that are coming from your higher mind, from your spirit guides. There is a lot of support for you in the next 4 months. And it's time to take a little bit of a risk as well and let go. Let go. Jump into this new life that Uranus is bringing to you, Taurus. So notice that you're going to be landing in the pink. It's really beautiful. Connecting with the heart chakra, healing energy here. It's really, really beautiful. This idea of trust, of taking a leap of faith, that's really an energy signature of Uranus. So there could be some situation this week where you're asked to just take a risk, which is very Leo, with all this Leo energy. Take a risk, jump, take a leap of faith, because that leap of faith is going to be expanding you, expanding your world in really wonderful ways, and helping you to create an entirely new and improved you. That's what it's about. That's what Uranus does. It gets rid of all the deadwood, all the junk that isn't supposed to be in your life anymore, so that you can create a much more ideal existence for yourself. So nice energy. So look to that. I feel like that could happen for you around the 11th and the 12th, when the moon is in Capricorn, when it's in favorable alignment to your energy, Taurus. Okay, Gemini, Jupiter is going direct in your 7th house of partnerships, and Uranus is going retrograde in your 12th house. So you have made some big changes, Gemini, and you're going to continue to do that. And as Jupiter goes direct, if you've done the work to rid yourself of relationships, partnerships, friendships that have been no good for you, you're going to see by December positive influx of new people, new energy, new partnerships, new connections coming to you. You're going to be very lucky through groups as well. I know 11th house rules groups, but it's really about the connections you make with other people the next 4 months, because that's going to expand your world enormously and is going to help you connect with a new love relationship, new friendships as well, that are going to help you heal some and let go of some psychological baggage. That's that Uranus retrograde in the 12th house. So you're going to be clearing out a lot of psychological baggage in the next 4 months as a result of connecting through other people who are much better for you. They're much more aligned with your energy, and they're going to bring some good luck your way as well. It's not a time, Gemini, the next 4 months to be alone. I mean, Gemini doesn't like to be alone anyway, but it's not time to be like at home, alone, sad, whatever, licking your wounds of relationships past. No. Okay, no. Get back out there. Do some activities. Connect with people. Because those connections are going to expand your world and bring you good luck. And I feel like there is going to be at least one new connection that's going to help you understand how you have healed and let go of that one of those difficult emotional burdens. And here's your card for this week, conditioning. Look, we have the Lion here. This is I believe, the Devil card in regular tarot. So, Gemini, it's time to step into your power and realize your individuality. You have been thinking and playing a little small, and you're letting go of that as Jupiter goes direct. No longer are you settling for being a sheep in a relationship where you're just following orders. Okay, this week and in the months to come, you're stepping out and you're realizing and gaining back your power, your understanding, your uniqueness again, and other people are going to appreciate that. This conditioning card is very interesting. Like I said, the psychological baggage, you're letting go of the conditioning from your past, from your childhood, from the people you work with, the culture you've grown up in, etc., right? And you are letting go of all that, and as a result becoming much more of your own person. And because you're becoming much more of your own person and letting your light shine like this Leo the lion, you're going to be attracting a whole other level of people that are, like I said, much better for you. You're going to be feeling so much better, Gemini, the next couple of months. So much better. New connections, new people, and it starts really this week. You're going to see that. You're going to see it. It starts this week. You've undergone a lot of emotional purging of your past, and you're going to do a little more of that the next couple months, but you're in a good position really to reinvent yourself. That's what I feel, particularly through partnerships, through relationships. Because, I mean, how do we learn about ourselves? One of the ways we learn about ourselves is through connections with other people. So you're going to see how much you've learned and how much you've grown through some interesting new connections with other people in the next 4 months. I love it. Okay, Cancer. Cancer, Jupiter's going direct in your 6th house of health, daily life, your daily work life, but particularly your health. And that's good news. That's very good news. So if there's been a nagging health situation, that can start to heal and clear itself up now. If there's been some discord, shall we say, in the workplace, that should start to ease up, hopefully. You have Uranus retrograding in your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams and friends and networks. So the next couple of months, you could see some connections from the past come back. Particularly one perhaps related to your workplace. There could be maybe an offer from the past, connected to someone from your past for a new job, they could lead you to somebody who can help you continue with your healing process for some sort of health condition. So there's also, with Uranus going retrograde, you really want to have more freedom and time to pursue and have a personal life. That's the other thing. That 11th house to me is a house of having a personal life and having the time to pursue your hopes and wishes and dreams and personal goals. So you're going to be reassessing how you can use your time better to make more time for those things in the next 4 months. And you may even shift around your priorities a bit in order to make that happen, to make the time happen. And I also feel some of you are going to have to really hone in on the one thing, or maybe two, that you really, really want. And it's going to need laser focus on those things because we can't do everything, as I often say. So you got to laser focus it in. And the Uranus retrograde is going to give you that time of perspective the next couple months to see, yeah, you know what? This is really the thing. It's not these things over here. And as your work situation should continue to improve, and as your health should continue to improve as Jupiter goes direct, you're going to find you're going to have a lot more energy as well to do those things, those personal projects that really matter to you. So let's pull a card and see what else you need to know. And of course, all that energy starts this week. All right, let's see. Whoa, okay. Love it. And we had this for your monthly. I told you your monthly is all about success. There is a big success coming for you, Cancer. And here it is again, the 6 of Wands. And look, it's a tiger, but still, it's got that Leo energy connected to it. So you're going to see, I think this week, you're going to see, if you don't see an actual success, you're going to see the glimmers, Cancer, of how the success is going to manifest for you in the next couple of months. In September, We have Saturn going direct as well. And all of us are going to see at the end of September, October, how the fruits of our labors are going to start to seriously manifest. So, I mean, more on that in the coming months, but really for the next 6 weeks, 6 months really, success is yours. Success is here for you, big time. And it's here for you in terms of, like I said, healing needs to be top of your agenda, especially if you have something going on. And then maybe some other sort of personal project that you have been working on. So I feel like some of that personal project stuff has been a little bit on hold because some of you have not been feeling up to, your highest level of energy. You have not been feeling too good, but that's going to be turning around. It's been turning around. There's been something, I feel like there's something nagging that's been just coming up. It hasn't gone away. And that should start to really clear out and heal starting this week. And as you get more of your energy back, as that situation clears out, you're going to see the success start to roll in as you can now focus more on that personal project that you have been wanting to do. So very nice energy there for you, Cancer. All right, Leo. Oh my gosh, Leo. Leo, you are the star of the show. And you have Jupiter going direct in your 5th house of love and romance and creativity and children and risk-taking and gambling and all those wonderful heart-centered activities. Pleasure is ruled by the 5th house. And you have Uranus going retro in your 10th house of career. So you're having a major rethink, Leo, as to how you can set yourself free, probably from some sort of career that just does not fit you anymore, does not suit you. Some of you have already done that when the node was in Leo, the North Node was in Leo the last year. So some of you have already been through a little bit of that transformation, but now you may be on the regrouping path to figure out, well, what is it that I want my next career to be? So you could be taking the next 4 to 5 months to really look at that issue. And as Jupiter goes direct in your 5th house, particularly if you've been working on a creative project, you're going to see success in that. You're going to see forward movement in that. You're going to see completion in that. And as that project completes, that's going to lead you in an interesting new career direction, I feel. So like I said, some Leos have already let the limiting job go. Some of you are going to be really thinking about that and letting that go in the next couple of months as you connect with really your heart's desire in terms of what you want to do for work. With that 5th house, Jupiter going direct. The other thing, some Leos are going to be in a new romance that's totally going to transform your life. And it may impact your career in that you may be moving to be with your partner. You may be even working with a partner in the future. So there's a couple different ways that could play out. But so your 5th and 10th house, big transformations there. And with so many planets in your personal sign, in Leo, it's really time to wish upon a star. I mean, it really is. And there's just so much positive energy going for you Leos right now. Everybody wants to be a Leo right now because it's such good energy. You're just going to feel so good this week, Leo. And look at this, baby. Look at it. This is a whole new life, a whole fresh start for you, Leo. The Fool card. In particular, as I said, with your creativity and with, for some of you, with a new romance that's going to totally transform your life. And this week, you're going to be planting the seeds, shall we say, planting the seeds for this entirely new life that's going to be manifesting for you in 2020. It starts now. It starts here. Yes, sometimes change is very quick. It happens with Uranus. It happens instantly. Yes, that is true. But I feel what's happening for you, Leo, is you are seeding the seeds of change. You're planting those this week. And you're going to see by January how this amazing new landscape is opening up for you. You're creating an entirely new life, a fresh start, the new dawn, a new day. You're going to be taking amazing risks in a way of opening your heart, really, especially to creativity and romance, in a way you have not done before. And it's very exciting. Very, very exciting. This week, like I said, you're going to be planting the seeds for that. And you are, you're going to be feeling the love for yourself, from other people, for your creative projects. It's very, very promising energy, Leo. Okay, Virgo, Jupiter goes direct in your 4th house. This is very good news. Anything that has been held up in your home life, if you've been wanting to move, if you have you've been trying to buy a house, if there has been some sort of family dramas that have been going on that haven't healed, family rift, now is a time when that can happen. Uranus is going retrograde in your 9th house of the higher mind, of writing, publishing, academia, international trade, international business, foreigners, travel, as I already said. So the 9th house to me is really just this understanding of your life philosophy. You're expanding your consciousness and all the areas that I just mentioned. So I feel with this healing that's going on in your 4th house of home and family and roots, you're going to be opening up and expanding your mind to new possibilities of relating, particularly to family members, and communication with family members, and new possibilities for yourself. Some of you may be relocating to a place that is totally foreign to you. And it does not necessarily have to be a foreign land, like abroad, but I mean, it could be. But some of you are going to be thinking about that possibility very strongly. What would it be like if I moved from here to another country? But some of you may be moving from having a radical change of heart in terms of where you're living. Like if you're living in the country, you're going to want to live in the city. If you're living in the city, you're going to want to live in the country. So it's that type of reevaluation that can be happening for you, because with this 4th and 9th house energy, like I said, it's about expanding your mind and expanding the boundaries of your mind. And 4th house is your home. So where your mind lives, where your mind is at home, is going to be expanding. You get where I'm going with this? So very, very good energy, Virgo. And with all the Virgo energy we're having at the end of August, as well as I already talked about in my monthly horoscope and tarot readings, you're another one like Leo. Everybody wants to be a Leo or a Virgo. You guys have so much potential and so much good energy to work with this month. It starts this week where, like I said, you can heal a home situation and you can start really thinking outside the box about higher possibilities for your life, expansive possibilities for your life as the home situation clears out and gets better. And like I said, many of you are going to be thinking about moving. All right, let's see what we have here. I have 2 for you, Virgo. Okay, we have abundance and we have guilt. This is what's passing away. A lot of you have been feeling stuck with this home situation. And I think what's going to happen is you are going to realize that this doesn't serve anybody. Doesn't serve anybody. You're going to be letting go of a lot of guilt, a lot of tension and stress, particularly connected with your home life, your relatives. Like, I didn't do enough. You did more than enough. Virgos always beat themselves up about that. And you're moving into an amazing period of abundance. And what I love about this card is that this person looks like a guru figure, right? So that's 9th house energy, that higher mind, that guru type energy. And you're going to see that as you expand your consciousness, as you expand your mind and open up your mind to greater possibilities for yourself of being out there, on the world stage, being much more visible in your career, much more visible in the world and what you're doing. The abundance is going to flow. And like I said, for some Virgos, you're going to see evidence. You're going to see evidence of it this week and all the rest of the month, really. And you should be seeing evidence of it the next several months, as some of you are going to see that the abundance is going to come when you leave the safety of the nest you're currently in. Okay? Because like I said, there could be some sort of guilt there. Oh, I can't move, I can't leave because so-and-so is there, or so-and-so is counting on me, or whatever reason there might be there. And you're letting go of that. You're realizing that that's not going to help anybody, and that you're embracing your this beautiful vision for your future, Virgo. And you're going to be stepping into that without guilt, without remorse. You've done all that you could. And the family situation is healing. So, okay, where am I at now? I'm at Libra. Libra, Jupiter is going direct for you in your third house of the everyday, of networking, of communicating, of brothers and sisters. So if there have been any things about your daily routine that seem to have been slowed up, held up, something that you wanted to adjust but you couldn't quite do it, like if you wanted to change your daily work schedule, something like that, and you weren't able to, some sort of bad habit you've been trying to break, maybe there's been some sort of discord between you and a sibling, that can all turn around and change. You could also be moving forward on some sort of I'm hearing like daily travel, like your commute may get easier. Maybe you're getting a new car. Maybe you're getting you have moved, so your commute's going to be less, or you're thinking about doing that in the next couple of months. So there's that angle as well. So there's a healing to and luck involved in changing some daily habits in order to make your life better. So that's going to be happening for you. Also, Uranus is going retrograde in your 8th house of psychological transformation, of intimacy with yourself, of intimacy with other people. It's the sex, death, and taxes house, legacies from other people. So Uranus going retrograde in your 8th house, you really want to free yourself from connections that disempower you, that don't make you feel good. There's going to be real opportunities and epiphanies in healing some aspects of your psyche and your psychology that keep you trapped in disempowering situations. So it's very, very positive. There could be some sort of I'm hearing like legacy from the past. Now, this does not mean money necessarily, but I'm feeling like there's a legacy, there's a tradition, maybe is a better word. There is some connection to maybe an ancestor who's passed, or an older person in your family, like a grandparent, maybe something like that. There's a real opportunity to learn from that person, to connect with that legacy and apply it to your daily circumstance and have it transform you in some deep cathartic way. I think there's going to be a major catharsis, a major emotional letting go that you're going to undergo in the next 4 months that's going to really free you to make some important changes in your life, related to particularly your home. Yeah, some of you Libras are going to be moving in 2020. You don't think so now, but it's going to be happening. Okay, so there's some good energy there. Jupiter going direct in your day-to-day, 3rd house, Uranus retro in the 8th. So there's just a lot of healing that's available to you, Libra. A lot of healing. You could even connect with somebody who helps heal some sort of. You could be connecting with a counselor, a healing, group, something like that. That's going to help you release some psychological burdens and feel much better about the direction your life is going in. Lots of good energy there. There's also the possibility that some of you are going to connect with a new lover, and that lover, they may not stay around for very long. Maybe they'll only be there for the retrograde, but they could be opening you up to a new level of intimacy and healing some intimacy issues, perhaps, as well, Libra. This is your card, Libra. No thingness, Osho calls this. This is the Hierophant card in regular tarot. This is all about the blank slate. You are a blank slate right now. You are a blank slate. You truly have, I mean, this can also be like wandering in the dark, right? Because there's no light here. This is no thingness. Like, your mind is open. Third house is your mind, right? Your Jupiter in that third house. Your mind is open. You're open to possibility. You're open to healing. You're open to seeing what's going to manifest for you. And with the Uranus retro in the 8th house, this is almost like the closet of your mind. This card, the closet of your mind, the light bulb, Uranus, is going to go on, and you're going to see things in that closet that need to go. And of course, in regular tarot, the Hierophant is all about lessons and learning and teaching and growing. So that's really going to be a hallmark of this energy signature for you in the next several months, where I'm really feeling there's going to be somebody that's coming into your life, Libra. I don't feel they're going to be there for very long, though. I think, like I said, only 5 months. The 5 here, 5 months. But they're going to open up, and they may not be a lover. They could just be, like I said, a counselor or a friend. And they're going to help you clear out that closet in your mind of all the stuff that doesn't need to be there anymore. They're going to help free you mentally and emotionally. And I believe it's somebody that's in your daily, you're going to see them a lot, because the third house, Jupiter, going direct in your daily environment. So this is a beautiful card. Like I said, this is blank slate. Like, you can write your future and have it be anything you want. So choose carefully. Choose carefully. All right, I need a sip of water. Next is my Scorpios, my beautiful Scorpios. All right, Scorpios. Jupiter's going direct in your second house of money and values. We like that. So if there's been any holdups in the money coming in, look out. Let's turn on the spigot and have the money just flow out, baby. Let's have that happen. So it is going direct in your second house of money and values and self-esteem. The next 4 months should be very lucrative for you. But of course, you got to do the work. But you Scorpios, you work hard. But if things have been held up, if there's been a hold up in terms of the rewards for all your hard work and effort that you've been expending, expect that to end now. You'll see evidence of it this week, as more should start to flow toward you than that has been going out. You have Uranus retrograde in your 7th house of relationships. So Scorpio, you're going to be having a major rethink about who's in your life. Some of you may be breaking up a relationship, letting go of a relationship. Some of you could be starting a new relationship. But ultimately, with this Uranus, the Great Awakener, and the Epiphanies, you're going to be having major realizations about how you are in relationships and what you need. And Scorpio is one of those signs that as much as they want and crave that intimacy and connection, they also still need a lot of freedom within a relationship. But you're going to be also looking at where you need to make some changes, Scorpio, in the way that you connect with other people. You're going to be reevaluating. I'm not saying the way that you do is bad. I'm just saying, everybody's situation is different, but you're just going to be kind of looking at those things. And it is possible that a lover from your past comes back. That's very possible with Uranus retrograde in the 7th house, but it will be surprising and maybe a little unsettling, possibly shocking. Or you could hear news of that person that could rattle you a little bit. Maybe there could be something going on in their life that is shocking and that you find out about. So that's possible also. Remember, this is still a general reading, so I'm trying to just give some possibilities here. But there can be surprises through your connections with other people that can absolutely improve your life. particularly in the material realm as Jupiter goes direct. So one of your friends could introduce you to somebody as with a business partnership, and then that's going to lead to increased prosperity with that Jupiter going direct in your second house. So this is great energy. It's very positive. Whatever is going on here in your seventh house, like I said, it may be a little surprising, but surprises can be good too. Surprises aren't always negative. As people get nervous sometimes with surprises. They don't like them because they think they're going to be bad, but that's not true. So Uranus retrograde in your seventh house could bring an interesting and I think kind of electrifying character into your life. So somebody who is very unconventional, somebody who is quirky, unusual, eccentric perhaps, and or you could be seen as that way as well if you get with a new person. But I feel like it's somebody coming into your life, either as a relationship potential or as a new friend. So very interesting energy. But thank God that Jupiter's going direct in your second house, because you have been doing the work. You've had fabulous energy, Scorpio, in the last several monthly tarot readings we've been doing. Like, success is here for you, but now it's also time to get the monetary success. People have been noticing you. People are seeing what you're all about. They like it. They're grooving on it. You're making connections. Things are happening, but now, where's the money? Right? So the money should start opening up the next 4 months. All right, let's pull a card. Let's see what we have. Oh, okay. So we have courage. We have the Strength card. So I love this because where it has seemed there's been a roadblock with all this cement here, nevertheless, you persisted. Nevertheless, Scorpio, you persisted, and you are going to see the flower of your efforts start to blossom in the next 5 months, and in particular with your finances. And you need to still continue with the courageous efforts that you have been putting forth to manifest more prosperity in your life. You're taking risks. You're going to be taking, I think, another risk in the fall, probably end of September into October, and like right before your birthday, like mid-ish October, where I think an opportunity will be presented to you that taking it is going to take this flower to the stratosphere. It's going to be like Jack and the Beanstalk. I mean, this is not a beanstalk. It kind of looks a little like a beanstalk, but it's like, this is great, and you're going to love this, but you're going to see in October there's a risk you're going to take. You're going to take a chance. You're going to summon up the courage and make a big decision, Scorpio, that's going to take this flower of prosperity to the stratosphere. So I love this for you. Very nice energy. All right, my Saggies. Aren't you happy? Jupiter's finally going direct in your first house. And Uranus is going retrograde in your sixth house of health and healing and your daily life, your work life. So finally, the delays, the holdups in terms of manifesting a profound shift in your life is over. These delays are done. So I know a lot of Sagittarians have been saying to me, Stella, come on, like, it's in my, Jupiter's in my sign. When am I going to get all these goodies? Well, they're here. They're here, and you're going to see evidence of it this week and for the next 4 months. Sometimes when a planet goes through a sign, it doesn't always deliver its benefits until it's almost done in that particular sign when it's transiting. Jupiter is often true with Jupiter. It's very often true with Saturn. But that's possibly what's going on. And of course, Jupiter has been squaring Neptune in Pisces. So that's another reason why And that square is still with us until October, but that is another reason why you could feel like it was 2 steps forward, 3 steps back a lot of the time this year, Sagittarius. But that's about to change. That's definitely changing as Jupiter goes direct. And once it clears that square with Neptune, you're going to start seeing the momentum really take off. But with all this positive energy in Leo in your 9th house this week, some sort of expanding heart message should be coming to you. You should have let me rephrase that. You should have an expansiveness. Yeah, I can talk. Expansiveness of your heart chakra. Just feeling expansive is really the word. Like joy again. Feeling that joy again that you have not really been feeling for a while. And you're going to feel that this week. So there could be some very personal message coming to you, Sag, with this Jupiter going direct in your 1st house. Because the 1st house is the house of the self, is of goals, is yes of how other people see you, but it's a very, like I said, it's a very personal house. It's the house of the self. So your heart, I think, is going to be filled again with optimism and the sense of expansiveness that you've really turned a corner, and you have. You're going to see evidence of it. Now, with Uranus going retrograde in your 6th house, there could be some aspect of your daily work life that you're going to have to deal with and have a rethink about. Some of you may need to rethink the location of where you're doing business. Some of you may need to rethink the job you have now. Some of you may be going back to a job you had before, and we'll see how that works out. And you're going to be rethinking it. Is this really what I want? Some of you may see that some sort of revisitation of a health matter comes up that you are going to have to squarely look at and deal with. Now, this is nothing bad. This just means that you don't want this situation to hold you back. I mean, it's something simple as you maybe need to lose 10 or 15 pounds. When Jupiter transits through our 1st house, it can sometimes lead to weight gain. This is very common because it's on, your 1st house, your physical body. So, and Jupiter expands things. So you could have gained a little weight in the last couple of months. So you may want to rethink diet and exercise and not let a few extra pounds hold you back or limit your health, as an example. I'm just trying to give an example. Obviously, this is still a general reading and could apply to people in different ways. But so you may need to have a rethink about some sort of health situation and ways to deal, cope, heal it, etc. Okay? But I mean, it's very positive energy. And as you feel more joy in your life, and as these situations that have been plaguing you are turning around now, Sagittarius, your health is going to improve. But I feel like you're also going to be taking some very active measures and steps to make that turnaround happen. A reevaluation of that. Because some of you really want to travel, and if you're not feeling up to snuff, or there's something, you don't want some sort of health situation to limit your freedom to travel. And some of you are, as I said, the 6th house is also about your daily routine, what you're doing for work. Some of you are having major rethink about that, particularly the location, because something could be about that job, about what you're doing, about your location for work. You could be feeling like you're trapped a little and you want more freedom. So this, what does this say here? Understanding where you need a greater sense of freedom and expansiveness is going to be high on your agenda. And some of you are going to be starting to free yourself from a situation that's extremely limiting. You're going to start doing that this week. And also with all that energy in your 9th house of Leo, of expanding your understanding of what you need emotionally, you're going to be freeing yourself from a prison of sorrow from the past. It starts this week and continues the next several months. So really beautiful energy, Sag. Really beautiful. Okay, I need another sip of water. It's a lot of talking. All right. Time is it? Okay. I have to make sure I keep an eye on the time. I have something else to do after this. Capricorn. My lovely Capricorns, Jupiter is going direct in your 12th house of the behind the scenes, your dreams, your subconscious, your psyche. Secrets is the 12th house as well. When Jupiter goes direct, you could find out a very interesting secret. I wonder what that is. Uranus is going retrograde in your 5th house of love and creativity and romance. Hey, could you find out, Capricorn, that you have a secret admirer? That's very possible with this energy signature. Very possible, Capricorn. That's somebody from behind the scenes that you really didn't even think about. All of a sudden, Uranus goes retrograde in your 5th house. They come out of the shadows and say, Capricorn, I love you. And you're like, what? Okay. Because as I've been saying to Capricorns, I've been telling you guys, the relationship is coming. It's coming. It's coming. And the window of its arrival is really from July, when we had that new moon solar eclipse in your 7th house in Cancer on July 2nd. The window of the new relationship arriving is from July through to early next year, definitely even into February. So maybe they're coming this week. They're definitely on their way. For some of you, it'll be toward the end of December when we have that new moon solar eclipse on December 26th. And then we have Jupiter conjunct the sun on the 27th. So beautiful energy at the end of the year. But it could be, you could get wind of it as early as this week and have your suspicions. They may not even come out of the woodwork yet, this new old lover. They may not come out of the woodwork immediately, but that 12th house is about your intuition as well and about dreams. You could have some sort of psychic download, immediate hit and understanding of who it is and what that's all about, Capricorn. It's very possible with that energy. But with Jupiter going direct in your 12th house, it really is about some good luck manifesting from behind the scenes. You've had really an angel on your shoulder. That's what I like to call this energy. You've had an angel on your shoulder. You've had somebody watching your back, Capricorn. And you may not have always felt it or realized it, but I feel like you're going to see evidence of that protection in the next 4 months. So you're going to understand why maybe something didn't work out before and why you were led in this direction versus that direction. You're going to have tangible evidence of support. Because I feel like you've had support, like I said, invisibly, behind the scenes, angel on your shoulder type thing. But now the protection and the help and the support you're going to see in a very tangible way in front of you. I hope that makes sense. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So, and it's because you also have gone through an interesting transformation in your own subconscious. With that Jupiter there, it's really like this psychic broom that's been sweeping your limiting beliefs away and helping you realize that you can do anything with enough grit and determination and perseverance and discipline. All Saturn things, and with Saturn in your 1st house, you've been living that. And like I said, you're going to start to see the tangible evidence of all of that happen in the next 4 months. And you're expanding what you believe you can manifest for yourself, and you're going to see those things start to manifest. Now, major manifestations are going to happen for you as soon as Jupiter goes into Capricorn on December 3rd, 5th, whatever that day is this year, and all of next year, Jupiter's in Capricorn. So you'll have lots of opportunities for beautiful things manifesting, but you're going to see that. You're going to see the preview of that, shall we say, in the next 4 months. Tangible in front of your face. Beautiful things happening. Uranus retrograde in the 5th house, you want to feel free. Anything, Capricorn, that limits your creativity, limits your ability to take a risk. You want to free yourself and connect with situations that are going to expand and open you up creatively, relationships that are going to feel like a breath of fresh air, not the same old, same old. You're going to want to connect with quirky, eccentric, exciting, spontaneous individuals, not the same old people. Because you have changed so much, Capricorn, with Pluto going through your sign. And some Capricorns are still experiencing all of that as Pluto reaches your sun sign in later Capricorn. But you have transformed so much. You are not the same person. And as a result, you're not settling for the same old in relationships. So there's going to be, I feel, some sort of opportunity of someone very interesting and unlike any type that you've ever engaged with before coming into your life. This is also, if you're already with somebody, then this energy, this fifth house energy, is really related to some sort of creative project you're going to be involved in that is going to push your creativity to the stratosphere, to places where it's never gone before. It's going to be very exciting, and you could get those crazy, like immediate psychic downloads and hits as to how you need to use that energy. So very, very cool. All right. Let me get a card for you guys. And it starts this week. Here you go. Queen of Cups energy. Flowering, blossoming. This is so beautiful. This is your energy for this week and the next couple months in regards to these things. So like I said, I mean, this is beautiful. Beautiful energy, flowering. Because that's the thing, like, you've really come back to your center as well. You've had so much change, so many things in flux, so many things been up in the air, like crazy situations, things leaving your life. A lot of Capricorns finally are coming back to a place of centering, getting back their center, getting back into their creativity, getting back into much more hopeful, shall we say, hopeful energy. And this to me is also a card of creativity and bounty and a little bit of magic, because you can see here, it almost looks, I don't think she's a mermaid, but she kind of looks like a mermaid here. So there's a little bit of magic and mystery to this flowering that's going to happen. I don't think, Capricorn, you're going to be able to predict exactly how some of this exciting energy is going to manifest for you. There is, of course, with Uranus retrograde, there is the element of surprise, particularly in connection to creativity and romance. And I know Capricorns, as a cardinal sign and as ruled by Saturn, you like to control things. You like to, know where all the pieces are going and everything. But there's going to be an element, like I said, with this particular flowering that is going to be surprising. It's going to be beautiful. It's gonna catch you a little off guard, but I think that's ultimately going to be a good thing for you. It's going to be, I feel it's a beautiful surprise as you are stepping into blossoming and flowering into this new person you've become since Pluto went into your sign in 2008. So very beautiful energy. All right, pause. Okay, Aquarius. Jupiter is going direct in your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams and networking and groups and other people. And Uranus is going retrograde in your 4th house of home and family and roots and where you live. So finally, Aquarius, finally, you're going to be able to manifest something that you've long wanted to have happen. So it's very, 11th house. What have you been wishing for? What have you been wanting to have happen in your life? Very strong possibility in the next 4 months it manifests. You could be getting involved with an entirely new group of people that are going to help you. And it's very possible also that this new group of people leads you to a relocation. Uranus retrograde in your 4th house, you're really rethinking and wanting more freedom in terms of where you're living. You may want to free yourself from where you're living. You may want to be like Aries, letting go of a lot of stuff that you just no longer need. It doesn't, it's not relevant to your life anymore. Uranus retrograde in the 4th house. There could be some sort of repair that comes up in the home again that needs to be redone. That's very possible, but I feel it's more like the bigger picture issue of the place. I feel where you're at, you're going to realize that it hasn't felt like home in a while, that you really want to have a place that you call home that is much more aligned with your values and with the people who share your values. That 11th house, that Jupiter 11th house. So like I said, you could be connecting with an entirely new group of people, possibly through travel, who you come to regard as almost like family. Like you really feel a sense of kinship with these individuals and these activities that you do. And you want to move closer to them. You want to be more, in that environment. And so you're going to be really rethinking this idea of where you are living. Some of you are going to be rethinking your family unit. Who's in your family? Who's out of the family? Who needs to come into the family? All of these possibilities here. It's also the 4th house is about your roots. So some of you could be having epiphanies and realizations about your childhood that free you to move on and let go of baggage from the past. Okay, so there's different ways this energy can manifest, but ultimately I feel that you're looking for a way to connect with a place that you call home. I think that you ended up in a place, most of you, that for whatever reason you didn't exactly choose. So you're going to be rethinking all of that. And like I said, for some of you, it's home repairs. There could be something else that comes up that you need to deal with. But others of you are going to find that as Jupiter goes direct in that 11th house, that connections with other people, especially with groups, are going to be very, very lucky for you and can bring you the means to make a wish come true that you've long been wanting to have happen. So very, very positive energy here. All right, let's pull a card and see what we have for you guys. That one's like popping out. Okay. So we have this 3 of Swords energy. And what I like about this, I know it's the 3 of Swords, but don't worry. This, I feel, is what's passing away for you guys. I think some Aquarians have had this sense of isolation because maybe you weren't confronting this fact that where you're at is not really nurturing your heart, where you're living. And some of you Aquarians are really facing that, shedding some tears, letting go of past family stuff. There could have been, a divorce that you recently went through or some sort of breakup. And, you're letting go, maybe in the last 3 months, and you're letting go of all of that. You cried your tears, you're letting go, and you're going to be moving into a much, much better situation. Let's pull another one. Beautiful consciousness card. So there is a deepening awareness of what you need, Aquarius, to make you happy. I think some of you have been very tied into what other people have wanted and not what you really wanted. And that is shifting very much this week and for the next 4 months. Some of you, I just pulled the next card, some of you are going to be embracing a new love relationship in the next 6 months. And, or if you have a partner, you're reconnecting on a deeper level. I feel like for some of you Aquarians, it's the relocation that's going to bring this new relationship. Okay? Because it's not going to happen where you're at now. If there's no reason for you to move or you can't move, then the way you're going to meet this person is through some sort of like-minded group, with that Jupiter going direct in your 11th house of groups and networks and associations. So you have a planetary pileup, Aquarius, of lots of planets in your 7th house of relationships, of Leo, starting August 11th. So your full moon is happening this month on the 15th. This is a very powerful week for you, Aquarius. You have turned a corner in your healing from whatever this situation was that kept you isolated and apart. You've had the epiphanies, you've had the consciousness. Some of you are now ready to manifest this. So go out there. Don't be a wallflower this week. You have beautiful energy to meet somebody with all that energy in your 7th house. Beautiful energy to connect with somebody. Okay? Don't be a wallflower. Go out there. Go out there, Aquarius. And go out there into some sort of group network of like-minded people that you enjoy being around. That's how you're going to meet the person. And finally, my beautiful Pisces, your Jupiter is going direct in your 10th house of career. Uranus is going retrograde in your 3rd house of daily life, of communication, of siblings. So Pisces, 10th house, Jupiter direct. Finally, if you've been looking for a job, if you've been waiting for a promotion, if you've been waiting for the green light on some sort of very important work project, now's the time. It should all start taking off as of this week and for the next 4 months. So very, very positive energy there, Pisces, to manifest a raise at work, manifest a new job, but one that's like at a higher level, manifest some sort of position that really reflects your calling in life, what you are really meant to do, that 10th house. And Uranus retrograde in your 3rd house means that you will be changing your daily routine, which very much coincides with you possibly changing your job duties, with that Jupiter going direct in your 10th house. So you're going to be having some freedom from a daily situation that has been, I'm just feeling like this sense of pulling you backwards, that you haven't been able to move forward easily. This could even be that you really needed a new car to get around. That's another possibility. And that, as you get this new job, that should start to change for you. You should get the finances to be able to do that. But I feel like there's been some sort of situation that's really been almost like, I'm just feeling the sense of pulling you backward into the past. I think that's going to be let go of. You're going to be moving forward. You're going to be able to manifest a positive new experience in your career. Like I said, whether that's getting a new job or a promotion at the one you're currently at. And your daily life, your daily routines are changing. Your commute may be changing. Who you associate with on a daily basis in your job may be changing with that Uranus retrograde. You're going to see how this new position is going to bring about some changes internally in you. Particularly with some habits. You've gotten in a little bit of a rut, Pisces, and you're going to want to get free of some things, some daily habits. You're not going to be able to hold on to them, quite frankly. I don't know what they are, but some sort of daily routines, habits. We all have them. We all get into them. This new situation, this new job coming in for you, you're not going to be able to hold on to that old daily pattern and habit. More is going to be required of you. You're going to have to step up and step it up a little bit, but it's exciting. It's going to be great. So like I said, there's some internal changes in navigation you're going to have to accept about how your daily life and routines are going to be changing as a result of this new job opportunity. So, but you're ready for it. Aren't you? Are you ready for it? Look, I got 2 cards for you. This deck is sneaky. I was only wanting 1, but 2 came out. Beautiful. We have the 2 of Wands, possibilities, and we have the 7 of Pentacles, patience. So you could have 2 offers coming in, 2 possibilities. This is also maybe in the next 2 months, the next 2 weeks, you're going to have a choice to make. Some of you are going to have to choose between a promotion at the job you're at now and an entirely new job. That's very possible. And the thing with this, though, this opportunity coming in, is that it does take a cycle. And you have been patient, Pisces. You've been patient the last 7 months. And you're going to be like, oh, thank God, like it's changing. But also what I love about this is that, like, you're ready. I mean, look at I asked the question, are you ready? And look, I got this card, patience. You are ready to push this baby out. You're ready. You've been waiting. Like, isn't it time yet for me to step into this new thing? It is time. And you're going to see that the fruits of your labor will come to pass. You've been patient. You've been doing the work. You've been showing up. You've been trying. You've been really trying, Pisces. And your patience is going to pay off as you see fresh new possibilities are going to come into your life. At least 2. So there could be an important choice ahead in the next couple of months that you're going to need to make, Pisces, about that. Okay, everybody, I hope this was helpful. That's it for me, Stella Wilde. Make sure that you check out my luck and opportunity forecast. The energy is still viable until the until the beginning of December. So check it out. The link is in the description. And of course, watch your monthly tarot and your horoscope for August for more information on the energies you're working with. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.